Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a chatty get ready with me. I really just want to sit and decompress a little bit and play with eyeshadow and chat with you about some things that are going on, some exciting things, some not so exciting things, and I'm not feeling really fiery right now when it comes to making videos and even just doing my eyeshadow, and I think that it's mental clutter and preoccupation. So I'm trying to address that by being creative, and this usually helps. This is a lip oil from ColourPop. This is the shade Hot Spark. It's a nice orangey tone. I recently did a video where I was chatting about lip oils. I have something from Milani, the Fruit Fetish, and I also have the Glow Reviver from e.l.f. And compared to the ColourPop, with which I have a lot more experience, they are thicker and creamier. No, not creamier. They're thicker and more gel-like. They have a more substantial weight to them, honestly, and they last longer. But this is extremely soft and smooth and feels kind of like liquid butter on your lips. I like all of them. I like all of them. Today, I particularly want to play with my Dragon Eye palette from What's Up Beauty. I have been on a little bit of a mission, I think a little bit of a kick lately, to just play with the shadow formulas that really excite me. The ones that when I put them on my lids, I go, oh, yes. So this is one of those formulas. This is the What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye palette. It's absolutely gorgeous. I currently own all three, and I think this is my favorite. The mattes in here are the most interesting of the three. Geo's is a lot more warm tone neutrals. Monsoon is more cool tone neutrals, and these are like purple, pinky, mauvey browns and peaches. Very, very pretty, and I love the formula. The mattes are beautiful, and the shimmers, they're just so sparkly. So I do want to play with this today, but I also have a palette pull-in, which is a project where I think it's kind of like No Pan Left Behind, where you're just using every shade in the palette, except I make myself use them in consecutive order. And this is the palette I'm working through. It's the Lure palette from Blend Bunny, and my records say I'm on shade number 14, which would be Mermaid Lagoon here. So that's going to work just fine with the Dragon Eye palette. Not sure where I'm going to put it, but it'll be fine. Let's go. I want to chat. I want to chat with somebody. There's nobody that I can talk to right now in my household that I can sit with them and talk. So you guys know that sometimes I treat YouTube as a little bit of a video diary. I try to maintain confidentiality, but I find it very therapeutic to simply sit and chat. Hopefully somewhat coherently. We've had some medical news in the family. My husband has many siblings, and we found out between yesterday and today that one of his siblings is having some really serious medical stuff going on, like really, really serious. And it's scary and it's upsetting. And this sibling is younger than us, and married with several children, one of whom is not even a year old. Honestly, I think that might be what's most heavily weighing on my mind and making me not able to focus on other things like getting chores done and even eyeshadow. Like, eyeshadow is usually a release for me, but it's a release from everyday life. It's just a release from the normal. And today doesn't feel normal. Today feels very, very somber. I think that's why I wasn't really excited to, I saw the opportunity. The house is quiet, my children are napping, and I thought, this is great. It's perfect time to film. No interruptions, no background noise, nothing's going on. I've had a repair guy here for a few days. He's done, so everything's back to normal. And yet it's not. I'm actually starting with my palette pull-in. This is Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm gonna put this in my outer crease area, outer corner. That's not a good brush for it though. So, my husband texted me earlier. All this family stuff is going down in this big family chat, and we're getting the updates and asking about test results and prognoses and all this stuff. And my husband texted just between the two of us, and he said, how are you? How's your day? And I said, oh, it's fine. Everything's fine over here. The girls are happy. Our oldest is getting her school done, and I was getting a couple things done, but I do feel very unproductive today. And I asked him how his day was going, and he said, it's fine, it's average, can't complain. And I responded, let's be grateful for average days, because if it's just a regular ordinary day, isn't that a gift? if we have nothing that's really major or significant happening during our day, it's normal. It's good. It's okay. Now I'm taking Creature in, what palette? Do you see what I mean? Dragon Eye, Creature in Dragon Eye. I'm gonna deepen this a little bit, and when it's mainly placed right here, then I'll smoke it out a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm not being coherent. I am sorry. I'm quite distressed. But anyway, the more I thought about it, the more I thought, yeah, let's be grateful for average days, because it probably means that there's no real big problem that you have to deal with. No huge issue or drama or struggle. It's just a day. And I think that we need to be grateful for average days. I'm not really sure where this look is going. Perhaps putting the green there was a mistake. That's okay. We'll figure it out. It's no big deal. I'm back into Mermaid Lagoon. A lot of that green got washed away or swept away when I blended out the brown. So I'm going back into it and re-intensifying a little bit. And carrying it further over this way as well, because there's not as much brown over there. That way the green still shows up a little bit. That's my timer. Actually, it's my daughter's timer so that she moves to her next subject. I'll be right back. Okay, so where was I? I was saying I was bringing this green over to make sure that it does stay in the look a little bit, but it's gonna get deepened in this outer corner. That's why I'm carrying it this way. So far, this is not amazing, but there's a lot to go, right? Shimmers can cover a multitude of sins as well, so we shall see. I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, that's what I'm feeling right now. That going into smoke now within Dragon Eye, I'm feeling emotionally tired. I guess that's really what it is. And because I'm emotionally tired, I just can't seem to focus on anything. And I'm just so burdened by the situation itself and the ramifications, like what could be, and the trauma. And there's a lot that weighs on the mind when you get really bad medical news. And I remember talking about this, I think, when I mentioned that my dad had cancer last year. I remember talking about that. Like, all of a sudden, everything falls into focus. Everything that you've been putting your time and energy into, which isn't actually important, falls away, and you're left feeling so exposed and recognizing the sheer magnitude of a situation and how impactful it truly could be. It's very focusing, which in and of itself I don't think is a bad thing. We do need to refocus our lives and our attentions. I think regularly is a good thing. It's just unfortunate that we tend to wait for some really big event to help us realize or remember, oh my goodness, this other stuff that I'm putting my attention into doesn't really matter that much. Anyway, I'm not trying to be a huge downer. I'm just talking out loud. I'm just musing and feeling better, holding a paintbrush and being creative. It does make me feel better. Do you guys ever find that? Do you find that you want to play with eyeshadow just because you're feeling kind of down and you know it'll perk you up a bit? Now, there's a multi-chrome. Is it multi or duo? I think it's just a duochrome in here called Scales, and it is an absolutely perfect representation of this gorgeous cover art because it's green and purple, basically. So I'm gonna pick up Scales. I'm gonna put that here. This is gonna be my bridging color into the mattes out here, but it's not the level of sparkle that I really want, and it doesn't give me the contrast that I love. This is just a bridge, and usually I do that after I've laid down my main lid sparkle, but I wanted to play. Why not? Now I'm picking up Fly, and I'll put that on the rest of the lid, and also, I was gonna say inner corner, but maybe not. Hang on, hold that thought. Just the rest of the lid for now. Okay, that's pretty. So for the lower lash line, The lower lash line, I think I'll take Breath in Dragon Eye. That's a pretty shade. It's a very peachy matte. And then I'll go back into my palette, pull in Mermaid Lagoon. Clarifying, that's the word I was trying to come up with. It's a very clarifying thing when you get bad medical news, or just bad news in general. And it helps you refocus and really emphasize what's truly important in life and what truly does not matter. Not that back into smoke now. Same brush. I'm just carrying these colors deeper and deeper. So I think clarifying is the word I was thinking of, where you get bad news and everything in life just falls into place as far as what's truly significant and of import. Not that sitting here putting on eyeshadow is wrong or indicative of me not caring. This is just a little bit of a release for me. But I think that's why I've been having trouble focusing, because my brain is very much elsewhere. And I just want to spend time with my kids, and I want to snuggle them and go for a walk with them and hang out with my husband, and it just puts things into perspective. I'm gonna take Myth right here. It's kind of like a peachy rose gold, which are common colors. You know, they're often seen together, but I want to put this on my inner corner here. It's not the best color for an inner corner highlight. You can see that it's catching some shadow of like just my skin and my face structure. That's why a light matte is always good. This is just a little too dark. So I'm also going to go into Fly and tap that further, like more onto the bridge of my nose to lighten up that area a smidge. And I'm now realizing that I've spent this whole video so far talking about the bad stuff that's happening. And I haven't talked about the good stuff. So let me talk a little bit about some fun things. I don't want to give too much away, but some of you already know that I recently won a giveaway here on YouTube, which is possibly the first giveaway I've ever won. I'm going to tell you all about it in a later video, but I'm really, really excited about it. I ended up winning some free product, and it's going to be pretty much just in time for my birthday. My birthday is coming up. At the time of filming, it's like 3 weeks away. And I actually bought myself 2 eyeshadow palettes from MERCARI. I found ones that I've been wanting for good prices, but I am considering those my little birthday present. And then I won this giveaway, and I was thinking, well, shoot, that's just a little bonus birthday present. So the timing's nice, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. Oh man, I just want to talk all about it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until it's here and I can give you all the details and probably do a look while I'm chatting, although then it's just a matter of, golly, which palette of the 3 will I use in my look? I think I know. I think I know. But anyway, that's exciting. I'm going to be 37 years old, and I'll probably make myself a cake. My daughter, actually, my 12-year-old, she's like, Mom, can I make you a cake? So probably. Usually I find like recipes throughout the year that sound really good, and then I just choose one of them, like unusual, or maybe not unusual, but less common, not Betty Crocker off the grocery store shelf, but proper at-home baking from scratch, and usually things that are a little bit special feeling, like an opera torte or Charlotte Russe or something, you know, something you might find on a baking show or competition. And I don't have any on my mind right now, so I would also be a little bit hesitant to give her a brand new recipe and say, this is what I want for my birthday cake. It's probably safer if I give her a Betty Crocker box. But that's all right. I mean, I like Betty Crocker. It's fine. I'm not hating. I'm not a cake snob. But I'm going to be 37. I think that's another thing is the longer you live, the more you recognize that the days are a gift, and they are not guaranteed, and they are not given to everyone in the same quantity. So when you find somebody who's younger than you getting really bad medical news, it just centers you again. Like, wow, I don't want to take these average days for granted. When my husband asks how I'm doing, I want to say I'm doing good. It's been a good day. Everyone's healthy. Things are getting done generally. We live in a comfortable home. We have a comfortable life. All of our needs are met. And if the worst part of my day is a 3-year-old throwing a tantrum, I'm doing okay. I'm kind of trying to use up the rest of my tinted moisturizer from ColourPop. This is pretty old. I don't know, I feel like I should just use it up before it goes all nasty. I had an eyeshadow got moldy on me that I had to throw it away last week. It was my Citrus Punch palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics, which was the very first issue, and I had gotten it secondhand, and you know, they might have kept it a different way or stored it a different way than I stored it, whatever. It wasn't a big deal, but I was kind of, it was the first time that I'd seen what I was pretty sure was mold. And I looked up, you know, mold in eyeshadows, and people were saying, besides the visible, you know, you're seeing colors or spores, you might also notice a difference in smell. Like, most eyeshadows don't really smell like anything, but if it's starting to go bad, it'll start to smell musty or like an old closet or trunk. And so I like stuck my nose way down into this palette and I was smelling like all the shadows around it, and then I got to the one that or one or two where I had seen some mold. I'm like, my brain could be playing tricks on me, but I feel like it does smell different. It does smell kind of musty. So I didn't want to take the chance. And I know that mold spores will, long before you see them, they'll just pick up and go somewhere else, and it would have affected the whole palette over time. And there's no way that I'm going to take that risk with my eyes, because eye infections can be really nasty. So I had to throw it away, and I was okay with it on the whole, because I had gotten it secondhand, and it did have a lot of hard pan. The formula was nice, like the shimmers, the mattes were really easy to work with, and the shimmers, once you got them out of the pan onto your eyes, were really, really pretty. It was very much a shimmer formula that I enjoyed, and therefore I was kind of bummed to have to throw it away. I just got powder all over myself. I was a little bummed to have to throw it away because I liked the shimmer formula and the payout was lovely. Or, no, the result was lovely, not the payout. The result was lovely. But again, I wasn't interested in taking a chance. So I had to throw it away, and that was helping me, it kind of brought me back to, hey, you have too many palettes, they're gonna start going bad. And you're gonna find yourself having to throw away palettes that you really do love from favorite brands and favorite formulas and whatnot, and you just have not gotten enough use out of them. And I think I might end up talking about this again at a later date, because this is leading me to possibly doing a declutter and really focusing in on the brands that I own, which I love. And then passing along the ones that I still might love the color story, but the formula is not doing it for me. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. We shall see. But it was the first time I had to throw away a palette due to it going bad. How upset would I be if I had to throw away Udenzai's Merry Christmas or Christmas Eve, and I realized I haven't given it as much time as I should have. Like, you see people who do panning content, you're like, wow, you have really, really gotten use out of your palettes. I don't have any like that, and that was what I was thinking. Maybe I should? I don't know. I've chatted with you guys a little bit about panning content, and it's not something that my subscribers really seem to be interested in. I mean, I don't think that I'm going to become a panning channel, but it's just a consideration that it is good to really put our attention into what we find worthwhile. And if I have a lot of palettes that I truly love and find worthwhile, and then a lot of others that like, no, I mean, they're good, I like the color story, why am I holding on to these and therefore not using these? Let's keep things on the smokier side and do a black waterline. I've been doing this a lot lately. I feel like I'm moving away a little bit from the colored waterline. I like black, I like brown, I like white. But I don't know if I'm actually moving away from it, or if some of my creme gel liners are just getting, again, old and not performing as well as they used to, so I have to really, really work to get some of them onto my waterline, and I'm thinking, it's not worth the effort. I don't really know if it's that or if it's me just preferring these more basic tones in the waterline. I mean, if you do anything smoky on the lower lash line, then black or brown, it's gonna look great. And it's just a staple go-to, yeah, it looks great. I don't know. This video is all over the place. Put on mascara, and now I think for my highlighter I'm going to take the frosting palette from Cosmic Beauty. I'm going to use these two. They're sort of like a, this is blue purple and this is pinky brownie, I think. I'm just going to combine the two. I don't know how I feel about today's eyeshadow look. I think I like it. I don't think I love it, but again, that could be more my emotions and not I think I'm just feeling disconnected. That's okay. That's okay. So I, of course, would love to hear your thoughts on today's eyeshadow look, and I'm sorry if this video wasn't very enjoyable. I'm sorry if it was really scattered and made very little sense. That's pretty much a reflection of my brain right now. I have so many thoughts and so many feelings, and there's this weird high and low because I have my birthday coming up, and actually a couple exciting things about that, and I'm also getting ready for some exciting things in my own life with my Christmas concert coming up, and they're good things. And then there's this big, heavy medical news that was just a ton of bricks, because it's really serious, and there are so many people and children and other family who will be majorly affected and impacted by what this person is now going to have to go through. And it's just like a roller coaster of emotions, and I've been feeling that way for a couple of days now. And you feel kind of guilty for feeling excited about good things in your own life when you know that somebody's going through something horrible. But at the same time, you still have to live. You still have to have your own life. And I can't be a wet blanket in my household. I can't bring my children down and have this negative, sad sack energy. I need to trust in the Lord. I need to pray, read my Bible, and focus on the things that keep me grounded and the things that are keeping those around me grounded. And yeah, that's where I am right now. So I'm sorry if today's video was not enjoyable for you. If you've stuck it out this long, I appreciate you so much. And if you have stuck it out this long, I don't know, put a smiley in the comments or something to make me smile. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here and for giving me your time. Consider subscribing if you want to see more uplifted, exciting, and definitely a lot more bubbly content than this. This is a very unusually somber video for me and for my channel, and just me in general. This is not my typical personality, but today I'm feeling kind of down. So this did make me feel a little better talking, monologuing to people who are listening, and playing with eyeshadow, holding a paintbrush, putting some color on my face, even if it doesn't match everything else, whatever, it's perfectly fine. So thanks so much for being here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.